Welcome back, everybody, to a brand new episode of ArtistaCraft. Now, in this episode, we are going to be working on our storage. As you can see by the thumbnail, I'm hoping, as I'm making this before the thumbnail, I'm hoping that we will have our storage unit built by then. But, yes, welcome everybody to ArtistaCraft. In the last episode, we went 1,000 blocks just to find bamboo, as well as some other items and blocks. So let's go ahead and address the elephant in the room. I may have already gotten some of this done already. I decided to go ahead and work on getting at least the exterior done, which it didn't turn out too bad. It turned out just kind of the way that I wanted to. It's absolutely beautiful in my eyes. I do need to go get some glass, so we may do a time lapse at some point of just getting some sand, so that way I can go ahead and get some lovely sand for glass. But I think we're going to be mainly focusing on the interior of at least the storage unit. I have some ideas of maybe an area for where I just move a little bit of my base over, as well as the idea of what we are going to be doing on the inside. So go ahead and stay tuned for that. As you can see with the area, we're not able to really have the copper golems and the chest safely in this little area. This is mainly just going to be decoration. I do have a potential idea of what I'm going to do around here, which does involve glass, but it's going to involve me digging down and making this into a little stairway. So the plan is to go down and then have this go out a little bit. I'm not entirely sure which way I'm going to, if I'm going to have it this way and this way. As if we look down here, it looks like we don't have a lot of space over here, but we do have some space here as well as going down. I'm hoping to just use the vertical portion of all of this just to be able to make the storage, and hoping this will work with the layout that I've got. But if I'm being honest, I think being in the creative world is going to be a little bit more easier to explain how I'm going to be doing the copper golem storage. So let's go ahead, pop over to the test world real quick. So exterior wise, I'm kind of thinking this may be how we are going to look, is where we have a 3x3, as well as using the shelves. So an example, this being the oak logs, oak planks, and then just anything oak related. So as you can see in this chest, we have the oak logs, middle chest, nothing but oak planks, and in the bottom one, we have just the variety of random blocks that come with oak. We do the same with spruce, birch, and every wood type. Eventually I want to get every wood type. And saplings, I think, will have their own little home, but this is where we feed everything in here. And then if we come back here, you can see the copper golems. Now I do have a section that's kind of behind these guys. As you can see, I do have copper golems that are doing these. I did not like their setup. So if I come through here, I did not like the setup of how I had the chest and the copper chest. So I did build a second one back here. And I like this one a little bit more. It's a little more minimalistic. But it'll keep the same little theory of having a chest. Our chest stuff will go into here. Our lovely copper golem will go through everything and eventually put this stuff into this, which will feed into this copper chest, where the other golem will go ahead and take care of that. Once they find to where it's not able to go in any of those, it'll go into this chest. It'll either feed into a chest, into the chest that I have for the extra items, or I'm going to make this into a multiple layer, which I'm thinking I want to do is have multiple layers. And we will either have a dropper system or we will have a hopper system. It depends on which way we are going. If we're going up and down, I do plan that all my items that do not fit into the storage unit will probably come back up to the first layer of storage. That way I can figure out a home for it. And this way I don't have to go to the very bottom. But yeah, this is the process. I do want to have like a little area where I can go ahead and come back here and see what's going on. I did want to play around with the new pale oak, which it actually looks really nice with the copper and the tuff. I want to work with the tuff as well with this little design. So I guess we just go ahead and start mining away, and I guess we'll go into time-lapse mode.
A new place, a new home for a while. Let me feel alive. Nothing to hold me back. Take my time, just enjoy the ride. A new man passing by. Life is good, best I've ever felt. Get me up, somewhere new, somewhere I can find myself. Oh, I feel so alive. As I reach out to the sky. I found my way. I was in the dark against it all, but made it through the day. Cause I found my way. In bad times, I know I'll be okay. Cause I found my way.
Alright, I'm going to be very honest with y'all. The copper golem storage is by far the most complicated thing that I have ever dealt with. So this is the third attempt that I have tried in the creative world. Well, actually, no, wait, this is the fourth. So reason being, I tried to fit these guys into just a 2 area like this just because of the space in the storage area, which I'll show in just a little bit. They keep gathering stuff here and then they'll go straight to this chest without looking at the others. So this was the second attempt. And then the third attempt, I tried to just make it to where this chest and this chest were far away from one another. But then this one keeps getting into a constant loop of putting things in there and it goes in here. And then it picks it up and then it goes in here. And it just is a complete loop. So after scrolling the YouTubes, I think I finally found one that might work. It does involve chains, which I have plenty of iron, and I'm hoping this will work. I might end up having to establish the chests before I get them in, so they may be another episode. But this will be a different episode, but right now we're going to just go ahead and get the actual storage made up. So let's go ahead, pop back on to the world, and I'll see you guys there. So I have dug out all of this, all of that little section, this section, and this section. I'm still going to anticipate having the copper golems, so I'm still going to have this little entering chest area. But the only problem is I did not make this wide enough. I'm going to have to dig this out by maybe 1 or 2 more blocks. That will be a future project, I think. But I think this is going to be the side for a lot of our bulky items, just like cobblestone, stone, maybe some dirt, and just little things like that. And then this side will begin the process of just doing wood as well as decorational stuff, and it'll come all the way this way, and then eventually it'll come over this way. I don't know if I'm going to have it stop here and that will be all of our chest system, or if I'm going to do a whole other layer, which I could do that in the future and just anticipate that. But I think quite a few chests around here should be good enough. I've already kind of started on getting the decoration. I did change it up a little bit. I did not have this here in the creative world. I can't wait till this turns oxidized color. It's okay as the copper color, but I kind of like the oxidized version. I do need to go get more copper to finish off the little layout, but I think the main focus is I'm going to be going ahead and getting this all cleaned up and how I like it, which I think is just a lot of just placing down stuff and then finding the blocks that I need. So I need that new. I need Just the planks go like that. Stair. Trapdoor and trapdoor. And then just strip the log, and then we're good. Now for the bottom where the chests go, I kind of like the way that the polished tuff looks, and I figured I just wanted a basic kind of color. It doesn't have to be pretty, so we can kind of see that over here where it's, you can kind of see the tuff, but you can't quite see it officially. And while this does look really nice, I do kind of see this little area up here. I kind of want to close that off. I'm kind of wondering, let me just plunk that here. Plunk that here. We might want to just go ahead and just strip that real quick. And then maybe, if I put it there, I can still open that up. Yes. Whoop, not there. Let's go ahead and just tink that off. And then probably at the top of these, I will just go ahead and put some some torches. Yeah, those are totally chests. Put some torches around just so that way we can keep this place nice and lit up. You can still kind of see behind there. I might do something in the future to where we don't really see anything, because eventually the copper golems will be sitting here doing their job, so then we can make the back of this look a little bit nicer when we get to that point. Right now, I just want to focus on just getting the chests done, as well as just getting this a little more decorated, and then the fun part of just getting everything into the said chests. So let me go ahead and finish up the little bit of a design here, and then I will bring you guys back when I get to the next process. A few hours later, and it looks like we got every single chest put down. Madam's tired, but I am glad that I got all of this done. Like I said, I did keep this little area just in case I do decide to make this into a copper golem storage. But I think right now I'm okay with going ahead and just doing this on my own. I'm gonna be having to get all the storage put away off camera. That way you guys don't have to suffer with me on doing that. As for the lighting, I might switch the lighting up, but if I go ahead and hit H, or my key for H, and as you can see, there's no red. If there is a red, it's right here. So I went ahead and just placed a torch here. It's kind of lit up. I wish it was lit up just a little bit more, but I think I'm okay with this. We may go ahead and like add little sources underneath. I have a design on what I want to do. I believe it's like a tough block here, and then 2 tough blocks, and then the tough blocks I think kind of go around, and then it'll go towards the middle. But I haven't figured that out yet. Getting this all figured out was really fun, as this was not same to this. Yeah, my measurements were not that great, but I made it work. I do like it, and I do need to fix that. There we go. But I wanted to have a lot of storage for everything that we have and will have in the future. Just a tiny little area where we can just kind of put some fun stuff or just decoration. And then over here, this is going to be a smeltery area. So I'm hoping to maybe have a chest here, and a chest here for like the fuel. And then whatever we put in, it'll just go across on a minecart and then eventually end up somewhere. I have no clue where I'm going to put all this yet. So I do think the next priority is going to go ahead and just kind of clean this up on how I want it to look on the storage end. The design might change a little bit compared to what I did have in the creative world, obviously with the changes that I did have to make in here, but hopefully I will make it work. I will definitely make this work somehow. So let me go ahead, get this all dug out, kind of play with the design a little bit, and then I'll bring you guys right on back. I have 0 words. I mean, I'm obviously talking now, but I have no words for how this came out. I can't wait till this oxidizes. I might let this AFK a little bit this evening. I actually have to get going because I do have somewhere I need to be, but I wanted to finish this up just a little bit this morning. And oh my goodness, I am in love with this. Copper Golem or not, I honestly could probably not use the copper golems for a while. I'm pretty content and happy with this. But I do need to finish up some little spots, but that's going to be later this evening for me. But I wanted to show you guys before I go how I've been organizing some of the stuff. So as you can see, I have 3 bits of moss here, which is going to be where mostly the moss is. I just needed to kind of use it, obviously. But then we have our our moss carpet, which will go in here. Moss carpet. And azalea will go here, at least the regular azalea, and then the flowering azalea will go in here. I'm hoping to maybe get like more of this stuff. I want to get the leaves and things like that. Over here, I haven't figured out what I'm doing. This side will be a lot of like the storagey items. So I'll have chests here, copper golems of some sort of any variety. And then here, I'm thinking I'll have like copper chests if I want to. I'm not sure what's going to go there. Then this will be the start of where the wood is. So this will be oak, this is spruce, and then we'll kind of just go along the line. But you can see I have the logs here, the planks, and then whatever variety it has, including just anything like doors and stuff. Did the same with the pale oak. Bamboo is here as well. I'm gonna have a lot of it in here hopefully, but I'm hoping to use a little bit more of it this season, or this season, whatever this is. But I have the tough blocks here of varieties. I'm not sure what I'm wanting to do, if I just want to have like a full 9 stack of variety and go from there. I'm still kind of playing around with it. I have 3 little things of dirt because I'm going to have a lot of dirt from, yeah, just other things. I'm going to maybe have this being the grass dirt and then possibly having mud, packed mud, and then the mud varieties. Down here we got a bunch of cobble, which this will be full, I'm sure, by the time that I transfer everything over. Then we have all the cobble varieties. And the same thing will be over here with the stone. I think, yeah, I don't have everything transferred over quite yet. Then just over here will be all the goodies like our coal, iron, copper. I might switch these two, kind of make it like a progressive looking thing. So it'll be copper, or yeah, that's totally copper. That's totally iron. It'll be coal, copper, iron, gold, and then possibly diamond, or if I want to do diamond here. But then we'll have like our lapis, our whole redstone, and then this will hold all of our tools that we have. And I'm pretty excited. I don't know what I'm going to do with this guy. I might leave him down here. He can be like a pet. I have a lot of pets so far. There's a pig up there. He just keeps trying to escape, which actually, let's go up here real quick while that's on the brain. But I'm thinking about, because I want to do, I can't tell if I want to do tough or if I want to do stone. I might do a little bit of mix of both. But I want to potentially maybe do something with carpet, because I don't know if zombies and stuff can cross carpet. I'm going to have to make an experiment thing in the test world. But I don't want anything to come in here and just, yeah, to cause chaos, because even though I have this lit up, it's not very safe proof, hence why the gates and stuff. I will be getting some glass and I will be coating this completely. I think I want to keep it open, and I might keep it open for a few episodes because I have a plan for this. This was a late thing that came to mind. It's going to be a bigger project. I'm kind of excited for it because it's going to be awesome. Alrighty, everybody. It has been, give or take, an hour since I got home, and I have got everything, as far as I know, put away. So I have all of our shiny bits, as well as some extra armor and tools over here, scaffolding, as well as the honey and honeycomb stuff. I don't know if I'm going to keep it there, or if I'll just move it with the beehive stuff. Then we have our glass and villager items. I'm having a dedicated arrow area. And then the passive mobs is just kind of a bunch of just random stuff at the moment. I will probably move some of that in the future, but then we have our hostile mob stuff, which I don't have a lot of it. And eventually I do plan on making a mob farm. And then as you can see, we don't have really anything over here. So we have plenty of stuff to go ahead and put in there. But we have our mossy stuff. We have the moss blocks, the pale moss. I don't have a lot of that yet. I don't know if I'm going to really use a lot of the pale moss, but as well as all the varieties of the carpet. Got the dye, the flowers, and seeds. Over here, just have our food, which I might change my mind on the food. I might go ahead and put this somewhere else. Our sugarcane and paper, bone meal, and bone blocks. I might put bones over here as well. Chest, which is going to be just regular chest and copper chest. We have our golems and sticks. Sticks and ladders, kind of the stuff that is kind of universal with any type of wood. Have all of the wood here. I got down what I have missing. So I'm missing dark oak. I do have some jungle, but I need a little bit more. But then I'm acacia, and then mangrove and cherry. Those are the only ones that I can think of that I'm missing for the overworld. I do know there is some in the nether. That's going to be probably at some point in the future. And speaking of nether, we have some nether items. Not sure what I'm going to put in here. Maybe I could put the nether foliage in there. Dripstone stuff. We still have 2 chests available here. We have all the tough stuff. Mud. I'm going to probably put the pack mud is here. Regular mud is here. And then just the other type of mud, the more chiseled and stuff, is going to go here. I could change my mind on all of this too. This is just a basic setup for the moment. Gravel, sand, clay, lots of dirt block, or dirt block. A grass block might go here. And then we have all of our deep slate stuff. I'm thinking I'm going to make this just the end. I should shift it over closer to the nether, but that's fine. Then we have our sulfur items. I think I'm going to save this little spot for all the sulfur cubes that I want to get. And we have all of our cobble, our ite blocks, lots of stone. So I came down here just specifically to get a iron axe because I kind of need it to clean up our other home. Now, I don't want to fully get rid of the home. This is our storage area, so the other area is still our home. I still need to I need to figure something out with that. We might do that in just a little bit, go and experiment. But almost all of these chests are empty. The only ones that have anything in them is just this. This is kind of what I want to keep as like my bundles, my stuff that I have, and the statue mod for the lovely armor stands. But I think I want to make this into the food chest because I do have a lot of food, and I think a double chest somewhere away from our regular storage would be better. And all these chests, I think they're just all empty, so I'm just going to probably take care of these off camera. And then the only other chest that I moved was one that was right here over to here. I just put a bunch of our enchanted books for the moment until I get the chiseled blocks, and then they may actually go on the wall. But all of our lapis is going to be in here, so this way we can enchant easily. But I think that's pretty well it for the storage. So now it's just time to go ahead and clean up all of this stuff. I'm pretty certain everything is empty. Well, I'll find out eventually. I'm not going to lie. It looks really weird without the chests. This looks odd. I think I'm going to go ahead and just kind of move stuff around then, I guess. I mean, we really don't... I guess I could just put this here. Bed, I guess, can go over here for now. I might make this like into a cute little cozy room. Move the flower that the Enderman, I think, moved. All right, I think I finally have everything finally put away. I do apologize if you hear some odd noises. Clover is joining me on the desk, as she always does. But I think it is time to go ahead and figure out how to make it to where creepers, zombies, skeletons. I'm not too worried about spiders. I just don't want anything to cross this threshold to where, you know, they just come in here and just for some reason they come here, they see me, they drop down, go, oh, hi, and boom. That'd be bad. That'd be very bad. So let's go ahead, go to a creative world, and let's go ahead and figure this out. So currently right now, this is about what it looks like. It is the 3 by whatever. It's not, I don't know if it's fully accurate. I mean, it's close. I mean, there's a lot of different design, but my main priority is going to be this. So I'm curious if I do this little stacking thing, and then what if I do the same with that? And I might just try, oh, you know what? Let's go ahead and just hold on. Okay, so what if we have just the carpet with the few layers, and then we have just regular carpet, and then this layer as well, just with moss carpet. So in theory, it should be this way. Okay, so he can go over regular moss carpet. Okay, they still can do that. Okay, maybe I need to do some more research. Okay, you know what? I've looked and I looked and I looked. Unless there's a video I'm missing, we're just gonna wing it. We're just gonna wing it and let it go. It's fine. Hopefully something just doesn't come in. I mean, eventually there will be glass here, which actually I do have glass being smelted at the moment. Okay, not enough glass. That was about 2 stacks of glass. So I'm gonna have to go smelt some more glass, or smelt more sand into glass. And I guess while it does that, I mean, a good thing is at least maybe that will become oxidized. Hopefully, it's getting there very slowly. All right, basic little smelter. It's not the one that I want. It's gonna be kind of similar though, but definitely not what I'm planning on doing. This is just kind of temporary, so this way we can go ahead and get more glass into the lovely system, and this way I can go off and do things while that is doing stuff. So I want to make like a little quick AFK area, and I'm thinking, what do I all have in here? What does the new door look like? Ooh, that's not bad. I think I found my hole. We're gonna just carve a little hole right in here, I think. Yeah, this seems pretty cozy. And we just need a nice little light. Boop. And then, oh, we need to take care of this. There. You can't even notice that it's there. It's completely invisible. So I will wait until the glass is done, and then I will bring you guys right on back. All right, we got that all completely glassed in. I do love I think it's connectivity is what I use in order to keep the glass nice and, well, no borders. It's so nice. And I'm gonna let the glass go ahead and keep smelting, and eventually I'll just put it away, and then we'll have plenty of glass to use for the future. I do have some big ideas for this little area. I'm gonna just go ahead and move that because that will be moved at some point in the future. I'm thinking maybe in the next episode or the episode after that, I want to go ahead and kind of play around with the idea that I'm going to be doing with this, but not too horrible. I might go ahead and wait until this is completely oxidized, and then I'll bring you guys back so you can see the official view of what it's supposed to look like. Alright, I just had a realization this might actually take a little bit longer than I was anticipating. It's kind of getting there, but it's definitely got a long ways to go. So I think I'm going to go ahead and end the episode for today, and then hopefully by the next episode it will be completely finished, and then you guys can go ahead and see it then. But alright, that is going to end the episode. I hope to see you guys in the next one. We may be just going ahead and getting started on our big project. I need to do a lot of research on what I'm going to do. Worst case scenario, we're going to work on the outside of the base, getting some moss around, making it look just a little more nicer, a little more cozy, maybe work on some lovely trees and stuff that I'm making as well. So until then, I will see you guys in the next episode of ArtistaCraft. Bye guys.